In 2009, a dimensional shift occurred in the Boldinia Republic. This damaged the ecological system of the Cretaceous period, thus endangering the creation of mankind. To avoid this catastrophe, the Senate of the United States of America executed a project codenamed Noah's Ark Plan. Its mission was to send the Cretaceous creatures to the future. Once the crisis passed, the Cretaceous creatures were to be returned to their original time.
Well, hello there, and welcome. My name is Daffy Roth, and this is Dino Stalker for the PS2. It is Gun Survivor 3, the third of the Gun Survivor series. However, this does not take place in the Resident Evil universe. It takes place in the Dino Crisis universe. So, I played a little bit of it to get the light gun working and all that stuff. But I'll go over that in the actual gameplay video. In this episode, we're just going to take care of the manual, and then we'll go from there. So, first up, we just have our cover art here, which is looking pretty good. Not what I was expecting, to be honest. Much better than the Code Veronica Gun Survivor box and whatnot. So, we have our dinosaurs, T-Rex, Carnosaurin, Pterodon up there. I want to say, I'm not sure who the guy is, but I want to say that's the little girl from the second game. But I could be wrong there too. I didn't play Dino Crisis 3, mostly because I've heard it's just garbage. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So far, what I played of it, it's pretty solid. So, much better than the Code Veronica game. All right, next up, we have our warnings, as usual. And how to handle your disc. I'm not going to really go over all that. And our table of contents. Again, a special message from Capcom Entertainment. And thank you for selecting Dino Stalker for your PlayStation 2 computer entertainment system. We have Capcom Entertainment are proud to bring you this new addition to your video game library. It's pretty much standard for all Capcom games, it seems like. Then we have our hint line. It's 99 cents a minute for 24-hour pre-recorded information and $1.35 per minute for live game counselor assistance. Yeah, I really wanted to do that when I was growing up. I mean, I probably single-handedly kept at least a Nintendo hotline in business, much to my mother's dismay. That's how I beat Jurassic Park for the SNES. But all right. And here we have getting started. Here's our PS2 system. To set up your PlayStation 2 entertainment system, according to the instructions in its instruction manual, make sure the main power is on. Located at the back of the console is turned on. Press the reset button. When the power indicator lights up, press the open button and the disc tray will open. Place the Dino Stalker disc in the disc tray with the label side facing up. Press the open button again, the disc tray will close. Attach game controllers and other peripherals as appropriate. Follow on-screen instructions or refer to the manual for information on using the software. All right, here's our controller, the DualShock 2. Dino Stalker can be played with the DualShock 2 analog controller for one player. The controller should be connected to the analog port 1. With this controller, the analog mode button and mode indicator are always set to on, indicating that the controller is in analog mode. When vibration is set to on, the controller will vibrate in response to game events. You can turn vibration on and off in the option mode. To end the game and return to the title screen, select reset and then yes in the pause menu. In this case, your game data will not be saved. All right. We have our story. In the year 2009, the time-space transference accident caused damage to the ecology of the Cretaceous period. The result, circumstances arose that threatened the emergence of the human race. So the US government temporarily transferred the Cretaceous animals through a time-space gate to a distant future and evaded a catastrophe. After that, they moved to the next phase of their plan, in which they would return the animals to their correct time. This plan was known as Noah's Ark. The year is 1943. Europe is currently in the midst of World War II. Suddenly, disaster strikes. Colonel Mike Weird, an ace pilot for the U.S. Air Force, tells the story. He was definitely there. He put his life on the line, fighting above the vast Pacific Ocean for peace in 1943. Well, I mean, why the Air Force is fighting over the Pacific Ocean, I don't know. That would be the Navy. Anyways, I remember what happened right after I was flying wingman for my buddies. An enemy fighter got behind me, and yeah, that's right, I was shot down. I quickly opened the hatch and parachuted out. As I was slowly falling, an enemy fighter took aim at me and began to shoot. I remember this bright light getting wider and wider. Then, after that, I appeared here. Where am I? Someone say something. Sometimes time and space intertwine. In a swelteringly hot jungle infested with starving dinosaurs, one such intertwining is about to occur. That was a really weirdly written story. Mike Wired, a colonel of the 3rd U.S. Air Force Division. Mike was shot down in a major battle over the Pacific Ocean during World War II. He is not only a skilled dogfighter in his P-51 Mustang, but he also has excellent survival skills. He's a tough guy who survives difficult situations by using his well-honed body and strong mental fortitude. Pola, this beautiful girl, appears and disappears randomly, almost like an apparition. She is the first human Mike meets and his only clue to solving the mystery of how he got here. He begins to follow her, not realizing that everything that happens to him has already been planned. The Mystery Man. And Mystery Man sends incoming messages to Mike through a special communication device. Strangely, he seems to know almost too much about what is going on. There's no doubt that he knows how Mike got here. Is he friend or foe, or does he have some ulterior motive? That's a good question. We'll find out. Dinosaurs. The plesiosaur. The big sub with incredibly long neck is commonly found in lakes. It sometimes stretches its long neck to reach unsuspecting prey on nearby land. The Carnotaurus. The two-horned demon Carnotaurus is famous for its massive head. It continually tracks its prey, waiting for just the right moment to attack and deal a finishing blow. Trinity, the ruler of the pack. Its existence is shrouded in mystery. However, it seems to possess intelligence. It has the power to control raptors and send them to block its prey's escape route. Compsognathus. The pack dinosaurs, commonly known as compies, are sleek and small-bodied. Unlike other dinosaurs, they do not seem to be violent. Unless you're hurt, then they'll come and eat you. Let's see here. The Utah Raptor. Or, I'm sorry. Well, we have a Mega Raptor and then a Utah Raptor. I guess they're the same. The Hunter of the Jungle, its trademark is its claw on its back feet. It uses its dexterous movement and quick speed to deal swift destruction on its prey. Alright. Triceratops, the heavy armored plated tank, is normally peaceful until attacked. Then it fights back with almost invisible destructive power that easily dispatches its enemies. Oviraptor, the thief of the wild, steals small things and takes them back to its nest. It will follow its prey to almost any location and attacks by spitting poison and lunging with its sharp tail. So it's almost like a Dilophosaurus. The Chronosaurus, the sharp-toothed torpedo. The sharp-toothed torpedo skips along the water as it approaches its prey. It jumps high in the air and then pounces, crunching the prey down to the bone with its strong jaws. We have a pterodon. I don't know what that. Telebronc, and then the mega pterodon. Supreme rulers of the sky with wingspans of 18 to 22 feet wide. They circle the prey in a pack and then attack without warning. And of course, the Tyrannosaurus. The almighty tyrant with its murky, swamp-colored skin is known as T-Rex. It is notorious for being the strongest land predator. 14 different dinosaur species attack relentlessly from land, sea, and air. 10 types appear here. Can you defeat all 14 species? I'm not going to have a choice. Alright, so I did end up getting the GunCon 2 to work. I think the GunCon looks pretty freaking sweet, to be honest. I had one for the PS1, but not for the PS2. Let's see here. Gun, fire, aim, obviously, reload, pull the trigger, away from screen, player movement, forward, backwards, turn left and right, strafe left and right, hold the A and B down, you can strafe in sniper mode. Gun switching, press the C button to switch to special shot. Sniper shot, hold down the A and B button simultaneously to aim with the control pad. Press the C button to switch to single shot. Quick search, press A or B button twice quickly. Your sight will automatically lock to nearby targets or enemies. Pause, press the start screen to pause the game and reveal the sub-menu. Other controls, control pad, move the cursor on the option menu, trigger confirm, C button cancel, select button skip demo and game screens. Dino Stalker is designed exclusively for the GunCon 2 and DualShock 2 analog controllers. The GunCon and DualShock analog controller will not work with this game. DualShock analog controller, it's pretty much the same. A lot of this didn't get copied over in the whoever copied it, but that's fine. It's pretty similar to what you have on the GunCon. So the controls shown on 8 and 9 are type A. You can choose between several button configurations in options mode. Oh, I'm sorry, in option mode. See page 18. You can also turn off the vibration function on and off in the option mode. Before starting, correctly insert the GunCon 2 into the controller slot and turn on the power. The adjust aim screen will appear. A mark will appear in the middle of the screen. Aim and fire at it. Stand as centered and as close to the TV as possible while adjusting your aim. After that, another mark will appear, this time in the upper left. Aim and fire at the mark as above. When you're finished with your adjustments, point the GunCon 2 at the screen and check to see if the aim is aligned correctly. Adjust your aim settings by pressing the A and B button. Press start to proceed to the next screen. To switch from DualShock 2 analog controller to the GunCon 2 during gameplay, you must first select the adjust gun option and adjust the gun's aim. If you start the game without adjusting your aim, then the aim could be off and your game experience will be flawed. Yep. Survival number 1. They actually misspelled survivals. I was supposed to have survival tip number 1. Master the sniper shot. The best possible way to ensure survival is to not meet any enemies. The second best way is to not get near enemies. Use your motion sensor well and take out any enemies long distance before they detect your presence. This is one of the most important means of survival. I like just not encountering enemies, period. It sounds like a plan to me. Starting the game, Dino Stalker. Oh, I'm sorry, that's just the screen there. Press any button to display the mode select screen, then press the directional button up or down to highlight different mode settings. Pull the trigger and press the X button to select a mode. Load game. When you choose this mode, you go to the data selection screen. After you select the save file to load, you will start at the beginning of the last stage saved. New game. After choosing this mode, you must choose a game difficulty level, easy, normal, or hard. Once you choose, a brand new game begins. Option. Use this mode to adjust various game options. See page 18 for details. Survival number 2. If you get lost, the motion sensor is an important tool that will navigate you through difficult situations. When you're in the middle of a huge jungle or scorching desert, there's nothing more dangerous than losing sight of your target. If you do happen to get lost, check your motion sensor. An arrow will always be displayed. Head in the direction it points to. All right, so we have our score, our combo gauge, our vitality, motion sensor, gun switch, bullets remaining, timer, and enemy gauge. So the timer, remaining play time, when it reaches 0, the game is over. Vitality, your character's remaining energy. When this reaches 0, your character is defeated and the continue screen appears. Bullets remaining, number of bullets you currently have left. Gun switch points out the currently equipped weapon. Motion sensor, radar that shows surrounding enemies' movements. Score, the more dinosaurs you destroy, the more your score increases. So I thought we were supposed to be like they were moved to the future to, like, you know, save the dinosaurs, but here we're just murdering them all, so that's fun. Enemy gauge, remaining number of enemies you must defeat in your current area to clear the stage. Combo gauge, you defeat an enemy while the combo gauge is displayed, bonus points will be added to your score. Oh, I see what it says. Survive, number 3. It's an exclamation point. I'm an idiot. Caught in close-up battle. The enemies aren't stupid. If they see you, they will come running on the attack and you'll get caught in a close-up battle. If you recklessly fire all over the place, you'll probably be damaged while reloading. A true survivor is able to take out an enemy while using a few well-placed shots. Use your head and aim for the enemy's weak points. You can take out just about any enemy, large or small, with one shot if you can hit its weak spot. The head is a common weak point. If you just want to stop the enemy, aim for the feet. Oh, that's cool. Gameplay, use the control pad, directional button, or left analog stick to move your character. Shoot enemies at long range with a sniper shot and at close range with single shot. Master using your motion sensor, special shot, and items for ultimate victory. So depending on the stage, there are times when you freely control your character and other times when you ride in a vehicle and follow a predetermined path. After you beat a stage, your results for that stage are displayed on screen. If your vitality reaches 0 and you aren't carrying any revived medicine, or if your timer reaches 0, the continue screen will appear. On the continue screen, if the counter reaches 0, the game is over. If you defeat an enemy while the combo gauge is displayed, bonus points are added to your score. Each time you defeat an enemy or use an item, your combo gauge increases. Gauge increases slightly. Move from area to area quickly and defeat several enemies in succession to increase your combo gauge. Save or load, save your play data to memory card 8 megabits or your PlayStation 2 and load it from the same memory card to resume play. Save your game and at the results screen display at the end of a level. Load, your saved game will load automatically when the game powers up. To save games, you're also using a memory card with at least 145 kilobytes of free space. Don't turn off the power or disconnect the memory card while saving or loading game data. Doing so may destroy the data. Gun switching. There are 3 types of shots. Sniper shot, used for taking out enemies at long range. Single shot, used to fire several shots at nearby enemies. And special shot, used to kill several enemies with one powerful burst. In order to survive, you must use the right shot and the right circumstances. Being able to quickly decide which one to use is vital. Press the C or circle button. So you have special, you have single, hold A and B, or press the triangle button. That takes you to a sniper shot. Press A and B to simultaneously zoom in, aim with the control pad, directional button, left or right analog stick. To fire, pull the trigger or press the triangle button. You cannot use a sniper shot during stages where you ride in a vehicle following a predetermined path. Okay, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory switching between them. Survive, number 4. Battling big dinosaurs. Getting into battle unprepared against a big dinosaur is basically suicide. Being prepared is the key to winning an unavoidable battle. Read the enemy, figure out its weak points, and choose the appropriate weapon to take it out. That's one of the basics of surviving. Alright, motion sensor. The motion sensor is a device that detects the movement of things within a certain range of your position. With the motion sensor, you can quickly detect enemies that aren't in your range of vision, or that attack from your blind spot and destroy them with a sniper shot. By doing this, you can lower the total number of enemies, making it easier to fight the ones that get in close. In order to survive, the key is being able to use your motion sensor even better than your ears and eyes. Cool. Survive. Number 5, know your enemy. The compy dinosaur, for example, commonly has healing medicine on it. If you kill one, there's a good chance you can obtain healing medicine from it. Also, the oviraptor, commonly found in the deserts or valleys, often picks up small items it sees. So if you aren't careful, it could end up stealing some of your items. Know your enemy to know how to battle. Having the ability to read your enemy is a necessity to becoming a survivor. Special shot. By using the extremely powerful special shot, you can more effectively advance through the game. However, the special shot has a limited amount of bullets and you can't reload most of the special weapons, so it's important to decide the most effective place to use it. You pick up special weapons just by touching them. Your special weapon automatically disappears when you run out of bullets or pick up a new special weapon, so you can only have one at a time. Press the C button or circle button in single shot mode to switch to special shot mode. Machine gun fires multiple shots in succession, but its power is weak. Hand grenade, throw it, and then reload to make it explode. Grenade launcher fires grenades that damage a wide area. Rocket launcher fires extremely powerful rockets. The laser gun. Its laser shots have extreme piercing power. Flame grenade coils along the ground and explodes multiple times. Bow gun fires high piercing metal arrows. Flamethrower burns enemies with its projectile fire. Plasma gun. Its fireballs explode at atomic levels. Spark gun electrifies the enemy with high voltage current. Mine thrower. Fire a mine into an enemy, then reload to set it off. So your missile launcher shoots high damage, heat-seeking missiles. Survive. Number 6. Use quick search to sense the enemy. The next piece of advice is for the top class survivalist. The motion sensor is one of your best friends, but if you rely on it too much, you'll probably get in a tough spot. The motion sensor only detects moving enemies, so it won't work on intelligent enemies that hold their breath or hide in the shadows. Sometimes you'll have to sense your way through every step. In these instances, carefully examine your surroundings and listen closely to the ambient sounds. Quickly press the A or B button 2 times, or press the L1 button to pick up signs of the enemy. If you sense something, it could be an enemy hiding in the shadows or behind a rock. Quick search is also effective when enemies surround you. If you perform a quick search several times, you can quickly ascertain the enemy's positions. If you use all 5 senses effectively, you are a true survivalist. All right. Here we have our items here. Healing medicine heals 1 point of vitality. Revive medicine brings you back to life if you are defeated. Antidote cures poisons. Bullet power up increases the damage done by your shots. Ampule lengthens the amount of time your combos are effective. And Tachyon slows the speed at which the time space is being destroyed and adds more time to your timer. You know, the attention to Dino Crisis stuff is impressive. I like the Tachyon. That was in Dino Crisis, but as a Star Trek fan, you know. Option mode. Change various game settings in option mode. Adjust gun. Adjust the aiming for the gun con 2. Key config. Select different controller sets for the gun con 2 and DualShock 2 analog controllers. Sound. Choose between stereo and monorail to match your speaker setup. Adjust screen. Monitor tuning. For optimum quality, adjust the game's brightness by modifying the color bars below the red line until they disappear. Available only on TVs that allow for brightness adjustment. I don't think I've ever had one that didn't. Except maybe, no, because black and white had contrast, so I don't know. Effect color, switch the color of the damage effect to vibration. Turn the vibration function on for the DualShock 2. On or off, autosave. When this option is on, the game will automatically save its data at the end of each stage. Default, return all settings to default status, and then exit. Put the option mode or return to the previous screen. All right. And then we just have a couple of pages of Dino notes with some cool artwork there. All right, and then we have All Things Capcom. Capcom.com is your one-stop shop for all things Capcom. It's all at Capcom.com, and that's only the beginning. Dig deeper, and you'll discover exclusive Capcom merchandise, game trailers, strategy guides, and even online game forum. All at Capcom.com. Register to receive the Capcom newsletter and a chance to win prizes. I like that they have boxers there. Ah, the old internet. You can just tell by the page layout. And then we have High Noon Shooting Actions coming soon to a town near you. Red Dead Revolver, the start of the Red Dead franchise. Look at that. And Devil May Cry 2. Dante is back. Prepare for the next stylish chapter in Capcom's ultimate action thriller series, Winter 2002. Man, that takes me back. Then we just have our credits. Limited warranty. That stuff. And then finally, the back of the manual, which we again have all of our dinos present and accounted for. And, well, maybe not all of them, but at least the ones they had in the manual. And, yeah. And that's all we got for the controller, or for Dino Crisis, Dino Stalker manual. So, all right, guys. Well, that's all I got for us today. And up next, we're gonna go ahead and dive into the actual gameplay and see what this game is all about. So far, I'm impressed. I have to say, the manual's great. The attention to the Dino Crisis details are all there. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see where the story goes. But all right, guys. Well, that's all I got. So stay safe. God bless, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.